So, folks, if you touch anybody who is doing their engineering and talk to them about the toughest subject, the first thing that comes to their mind is data structure. And probably the second subject might be design and analysis of algorithms. And many people wonder, we learned those tough data structures and design and analysis of algorithms in the engineering, but are they really used somewhere in the real life? That might be a question on many people's minds because this is one of the most critical and important subjects in order to clear your engineering. Hello. Hi there. Welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series. The Guiding Voice for a better future. This podcast is to help professional students, IT employees, and entrepreneurs to shape their careers. Dear listeners, in every episode, we interact with industry experts or academicians or leaders or coaches across the globe to drive some insightful conversations that will help our audience learn great things. Also, we share an interesting trivia or a fun fact about the IT world or technology towards the end. Thank you for tuning in. This is Naveen and with my co-host Sudhakar. So today we are going to discuss a very, very important topic, getting started with data structures and algorithms. In addition to that, we will also try to cover some placement related advice in between, and we are pleased to welcome Joy to our show.
Joy Das is a passionate and dedicated programmer and software developer with 2 years of work experience. Currently, he is working as a solution consultant at Apisero. He is an experienced developer with a knack to learn something new every day, if not every moment. Joy brings rich experience starting from requirement gathering, production deployment, front-end and backend development, system design, and software architecture concepts. Anything related to coding fascinates him a lot and drives to learn more and contribute more. Joy, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank you, Sudhakar. Yeah, sure. Let's get started.
Cool. So Joy, let's talk briefly about your passion towards programming. Naveen touched upon data structures and algorithms, two of the toughest topics, especially for computer science graduates.
Yes. So I am very much passionate about coding and programming. I really love developing web applications, and every day I try to learn something new, be it data structures and algorithms or JavaScript frameworks or libraries or anything related to coding. So in my free time, I write articles on coding, develop some web applications or practice data structures and algorithms. So going back to the high school days, I was totally a beginner and could not write even a single line of code. Over here, I would like to specially thank my guru and my teacher, Devasmita Vasu Bhattacharya, who actually taught me coding. So from there, my passion for coding grew and I stick to it no matter what. And I'm really thankful for her guidance and teaching. Yeah, so I'm very much passionate about this. Thank you.
Excellent. So with the guidance and support from your special guru, you got into this programming line. But yes, what is so special about these difficult topics, data structures and algorithms?
Yes, so it is very important topic and one simply cannot ignore it, right? Oftentimes people feel confused and get left out in the learning journey of data structures and algorithms. Even I also faced the same issue when I started with data structures and algorithms, right? So today, which is why I came up with this topic to help each one of you with a clear-cut plan and clear-cut path of how to get started with data structures and algorithms. Hence, I proposed this topic so that it would be clear-cut path, so that there is no hindrance in your learning.
That's great to hear, Joy. In fact, I am fascinated when you propose this topic, data structures and algorithms, and I thought our audience are going to have fun time learning this difficult topic, or at least it will make some of the experienced professionals like me and Sudhakar nostalgic, getting back to our graduation days. All right, so now talking about the data structures, right? In the professional world, where do we use them?
Okay, so if you walk into a restaurant, you will see pile of plates. That is where stack comes into the picture. Even you go to railway station and book a ticket, you will see queue of people standing for booking a ticket. Then people standing in ring That is an example of circular queue. Even a jar of biscuits, a pile of anything, parking lot, then connections in LinkedIn, connections in Facebook, even a pocket dictionary. So you can say that in our daily life, data structures are part and parcel of our life. Yeah.
Those are some real wonderful examples, Joy. Everybody can relate to it. So here comes the most difficult one, and probably everybody might be curious about this. How to learn data structures effectively?
Okay, so I will walk you the step-by-step strategy. For anything, if you want to learn, then there are certain prerequisites. So for data structures, I believe that one should be having good command over programming languages. Take for example, Java or C++, Python. So you should be having good command over the OOPS fundamentals, the basic syntaxes, for loops, while loops, everything. Once you are confident with any programming language, okay, you can learn Java or Python, then you can move ahead with data structures. Now, what you can do, you probably might have heard about divide and conquer algorithm, right? So any problem can be broken down into sub-problems, and sub-problems are broken down even further. So likewise, take each topic step by step. So say for example, start with array and keep on practicing problems on arrays until you feel confident, or until you reach that stage. Okay, now I am confident in arrays, and move over to the next one. So there are different platforms like Geeks for Geeks, Lead Code, HackerRank, HackerEarth, Codeforces. So first of all, what you can do is pick a topic, go through the tutorials in Geeks for Geeks and HackerEarth. They really have good tutorials, and once you finish learning on those tutorials, you can enhance your learning with either YouTube videos, or there are certain books on data structures and algorithms. Data structures and algorithms made easy by Narasimha Karumanchi, data structures by Rima Thereja. So you can read about data structures in those books. So once you finished reading or learning, then go to Geeks for Geeks, and Geeks for Geeks will provide you options to filter out specific coding problems. Say you want to practice problems on arrays or hash map, then you can choose array, and array based problems will be filtered out. So not only Geeks for Geeks, you can practice problems on Lead Code, HackerEarth and Codeforces. Once you have gathered that good amount of experience and command over a specific topic, then move on to the next one. So it will really help you a lot. So step by step, go step by step, don't worry. And if you feel stressed out, then don't worry, take a break, listen to songs, take a break, go away from the problem, and again come back to it. But trust me, if you keep the persistence, if you keep the patience and dedication, it will really help you a lot in your learning journey.
Excellent. Thank you, Joy, for that. So for the audience, the links that are referred or the books suggested by Joy will be available in the show notes. So please don't worry about making a note of it, because the reference links are always available to our audience. So Joy, you picked some real life examples like queue in the ticket counter, stack of plates, jar of cookies, arrays. So talking about all these algorithms from real life, now let us get into the professional life. So how important are algorithms in the life of any programmer?
Yes, so algorithms are no doubt important. Whatever you do, any activities in our daily life, starting from making tea, driving car, cooking food, everything has algorithms. You follow certain step-by-step instructions, right? Now, when it comes to professional world or a programmer, one simply cannot ignore it, because let me quote certain real life examples. Facebook has a feature called Facebook Live, and Facebook Live has step-by-step algorithms. So when it comes in New Year, right, there will be thousands and thousands of concurrent Facebook Live videos that will be going over throughout the world, in every part of the world, right, in all the countries during New Year time, also in Christmas time, right. So Facebook has a dedicated algorithm to handle that large volume of requests. Then if you book a car through Ola or Uber, or you order a food through Swiggy, algorithms comes into the picture. Then if you want to book a train ticket through IRCTC portal, again algorithms comes into the picture, right? making an application scalable, fault tolerant, algorithms are very much needed. Even in load balancing, database sharding, caching, everywhere there is algorithm. We have different social media, right? Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram. Have you ever seen that Facebook is lagging or taking time? You are uploading a live video or doing live. Have you ever seen that your video is lagging? Have you ever seen that you are sending a message to someone in WhatsApp? It is not lagging, right? It is going straight away to that person, no matter where that person is present anywhere, right? So the thing is about customer obsession, isn't it? It is a customer obsession which is very important, and a website or an application might lose out on a customer if the response time is more, right? So customer obsession is very, very important, and it is the duty of a programmer to write effective and optimized algorithm to cut down on the response time. It can scale up a business or it can scale down a business. So algorithms are very, very important, and one simply cannot ignore it.
Great stuff. I really liked that term that you introduced in the discussion, that customer obsession. And you really picked some real good examples like Swiggy, Facebook, Uber, which any of the audience will be able to connect easily. Now that we established, it is important to learn how to write effective algorithm. So how to practice to be better, to write that great algorithms that you talked about, John?
Sure. So with practice, one can simply write good algorithms as well as effective and optimized algorithms. So it is the practice that will make you better each and every day. So set short-term goals, like think that you will solve a problem each day, or you will solve at least 2 problems each day. It will not only improve your problem solving skills, but also the ability to write great algorithms. Also, you can refer to many online blogs. One that is popular is Medium articles, then freecodecamp.org. They write great articles, technical topics. So one should adopt or develop the habit of reading the online blogs, and one must keep up to date with the latest technological trends, and you can also go through the YouTube videos. But what I recommend is don't learn only, practice as well. So with practice, one can write great algorithms. Yeah.
Those are some amazing tips, Joy. I really like the tips in terms of keeping oneself up to date and not only learning the algorithms but practicing them. So which is good, and thanks for sharing those insights. So Joy, talking a bit about your interview experiences, now that you have gained around 2 years of experience and you have probably given few interviews with some of the prominent companies already. So were there any situations where they asked you to talk about algorithms or write algorithms during the interview? And if so, how did that knowledge of algorithms help you crack those interviews?
Yes, like we have different algorithms, right? Binary search, dynamic programming. Say in an interview, you are given a problem, an unknown problem that you have never came across. As I said in the previous question, that with practice, you will improve your abilities, the algorithm writing abilities or problem solving abilities. So if one is having good command over algorithms, especially binary search, divide and conquer, recursion, dynamic programming, it will definitely help you a lot when you are given an unknown problem to solve. Not only that, but also in our daily job, day-to-day life, we are given certain tasks. It can be any task, right? Any technical task or non-technical task that requires algorithms and logical thinking abilities. So again, the practice comes into the picture. It will make you fluent as well as make you feel confident with the algorithm section. So if you are having a good command or a good sound knowledge over algorithms, it will surely help you crack the interviews, because that unknown problem that you are going to face, looking at the problem, reading at the problem statement, that what algorithm could fit in or what data structures you need to use to write an effective and optimized algorithm. Say an algorithm, if you have good command over binary search and recursion, and if that problem is on similar lines, then in few seconds or reading the problem statement, you will be able to know that it will be solved with binary search, or if it is a problem on dynamic programming, then you will be able to catch it up easily. So that practice, that fluency will help you a lot to crack the interviews.
great. What is your favorite algorithm, Joy?
My favorite algorithm is binary search, because many a times when I came across a lot of problems, what I saw that we try to go by our own way of thinking, right? The own way of our thinking, that is also an algorithm called as implementation algorithm. Okay, means there is no straightforward or straight cut rule or any hard code rule. There is no such hard code rule for implementation algorithms. Sometimes binary search comes into the picture. It proves to be very much handy and helpful to cut down on the complexity. Many a times the complexity of an algorithm can shoot to polynomial time complexity, but it can be reduced to big O of n log n time, or even less than that, big O of log n time, based on certain time constraints and space constraints, right? It is not always possible to write n square algorithm or n cube algorithms, because it will take a toll on the processing of the machine, right? The machine that you are working in, that also has space and time constraints, isn't it? So binary search is one of my favorite algorithm. Then the next one I like very much is greedy algorithm. Why greedy algorithm? Because many a times I saw that if you apply greedy algorithm, then there is at least 70 to 80% chance that you will land up writing an effective and optimized algorithm. Yeah.
That's great. Actually, you made me nostalgic by recollecting all those old memories of learning this binary search, breadth first search, depth first search algorithms and all. Great conversation, and thank you for the amazing tips. So, one last question for this interview or for this conversation, because we are going to do few more in future. So, what will be your advice for students that are preparing for campus placement?
Yes, so I will go step by step. First, set short-term goals. Why I am focusing on short-term goals? Because if you are able to achieve, then that will give you a confidence and boost. And again, short-term goal is something that you can relate to smaller sub-problem. If we think in terms of data structure and algorithm, smaller sub-problems are easier to solve, right? So short-term goals can be, say, learning for half an hour or 20 minutes or 1 hour, or even solving a problem, writing an article, right? So set short-term goals and measure your progress. At the beginning of the day, think where you are standing, and at the end of the day, think where you stand now. Okay, these short-term goals will certainly help you improving the progress, overall progress of yours. Okay, one more piece of advice with this, that before going to bed, think or spend 5 to 10 minutes of your time picking up the action items for the next day. Those action items will be the short-term goals for your next day. So this practice will definitely help you a lot. Second is problem solving. Practice problems. Practice makes a man perfect. As you know, right? There goes the saying, practice makes a man perfect. So with practice, you will get fluent, not only get fluent, you will also develop good command over that specific topic. So problem solving is very important. Third is reading online blogs. There are several online blogs that I already came across. Medium articles, then freecodecamp.org, then Geeks for Geeks also has online articles. So read online blogs. You will come across specific technical topics, and you can learn it and add it to your knowledge base. Okay, the next thing is practice projects. So practicing projects will give you greater hands-on experience. Say, if you have a version control system in place in the project that you are working on, you will not only learn about Git, but also you'll learn about how to develop an application from scratch and deploy them. I would like to quote an example over here. Say you are trying to develop an application, and you might have seen in modern websites that different column-like layouts are followed, right? And if you want to develop column-like layouts and you don't know how to proceed, then spend some time, invest some time learning on that. And once you solve that problem, and once you came across that hurdle, that will bring a smile in your face and it will give you a confidence. Trust me, that learning will definitely help you when you join a company or when you join a particular job. On the job, those similar kind of problems will come to you, and you can solve those problems or do those tasks with ease. Then next thing will be learn something new daily. try to learn something new daily, because you need to keep yourself up to date with the latest technological trends, right? So it will also help you in interview. Say if in an interview you are asked a question about any JavaScript framework or library, and if you are keeping yourself up to date, then you will be able to answer, right? Say React.js, there are a lot of articles on React.js, AngularJS. So keep yourself updated with those articles. Okay, so that when the opportunity comes, right, in an interview, you will be able to answer with ease and confidence. Then with it, try to focus on improving the knowledge base as well, because JavaScript, say for example JavaScript, each year JavaScript is bringing new versions starting from ES6, then ES7, ES8, ES9. Try focusing on improving the knowledge base. One piece of advice here, like again I already mentioned, if you feel stressed out, then walk away from it. If you are not able to solve a problem, it is taking a lot of time for you, don't worry. Walk away from it and take a break and come back to it. Trust me, when you come back to it, your mind will work 2x faster than it was working previously, right? Then a good resume is a key success factor in the form, like put projects on it, then achievements, the in-demand skills. A good resume is all that you need. Then develop networking or grow your networking. You have LinkedIn, try to grow your network. The reason why I am saying this, because in future, say for example, you are seeking an opportunity in some other company or something like that, then you can reach out to any network or any connection that you are having, and with a polite request you can ask for a referral or something like that, that you have these so and so skills and this much of years of experience with a specific job ID. You can reach out and politely request for referrals. So networking is also important. And one last thing that I'd like to talk about is, since you are on graduation, right, start from day one itself. When it comes to me, actually, I wasted a lot of time in the graduation days. I came to realize about this technological trends, learning, and data structures and algorithms, everything. I started from third year. So it was too late for me that time, but I picked up. So start from day one of your college. Trust me, at the end of your graduation, you will be in a much better place. So yeah, and lastly, good luck, and don't worry. Always remember that there is no shortcut to success. There are quite a few keywords: persistence, perseverance, patience, dedication, hard work. Trust me, these things are going to help you a lot. You have to be persistent and the perseverance. These two things are really important. You need to stick to it. And once you are able to solve a problem, that thing will give you much learning. So yeah, thank you everyone, and good luck.
Joy, thank you so much for joining us today. It was indeed an intriguing conversation about getting started with data structures and algorithms, couple of very important and tough subjects for any computer science engineer, and your invaluable tips about how to prepare for campus placements. We really appreciate you taking time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And folks, if you have liked this episode, please share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues for whom you care for. Because the Guiding Voice podcast series is a purely not-for-profit venture, and our team puts in a lot of effort to bring the best conversations to all our listeners. And our purpose is very clear. We want to provide curated guidance to all the professional students out there, be it from engineering, B schools, and all the IT employees and entrepreneurs, so that all of you can make informed decisions based on the insights that are driven by the industry experts, coaches, leaders, or academicians across the globe. Because if you share this with your friends, it helps them also learn great insights from every episode. Or if you're listening to the Guiding Voice podcast on the Apple podcast, please do not forget to leave a review and a 5-star rating, because every rating will help us expand our reach and contribute to our mission to shape the careers and lives of millions of people across the globe. And if you are watching the episode on YouTube, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And last but not the least, I want to reiterate, please share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues. Thank you so much in advance. Alright, so it brings us to the trivia segment of today's episode. And today's trivia is about Yahoo. So here comes the question, guys. Do you know the full form of Yahoo? Okay, you may start thinking, but let me reveal you the answer as per the ritual. Yahoo stands for yet another hierarchical, officious oracle. Interesting, isn't it? Thank you for listening. There is more in store, folks. Stay tuned. Take care. Be safe. Until next time, bye bye. And we are signing off for today.